I'm Shant Kenderian. I'm the past president of AESA 2007 and 2008, and so we will be talking about Care4Sevan today. Here is the agenda, the program agenda that we have. Before we start, I want to say a few words about AESA. A lot of you are no strangers to the Armenian Engineers and Scientists of America and our activities. But the Armenian Engineers and Scientists of America is a non-profit organization, non-partisan, not associated with any denomination. We are engineers and scientists and other industrialists and people who have this passion to help Armenia in the industrial and scientific and academic and engineering arenas. The organization has been active for 26 years this year, and it's been usually the activities have been responsive to Armenia's needs. One of the first main activities that we took on was right after the earthquake in Armenia, where we had a group of specialists, including Professor Marian Abadian, who went to Armenia and served as consultants to assess the damage and talk with government officials and give their recommendations. After that, industrialists, we decided to encourage industrialists and businessmen to invest in Armenia and encourage the economy. When the computer boom took place, the Armenian Engineers and Scientists of America started to ship computers to Armenia, help them with installations, help them, we've even installed computers in the presidential palace, networking assistance in Armenia, and also work with Microsoft and other companies to establish a Unicode for Armenian fonts. When the economy became bad right after the independence, we have the YPI committee and YPI alumni and friends started to work to help the university economically, give scholarships, renovations that were necessary as the library was just falling apart there. And the Research and Education Committee started to fund professors to help them survive and also translate books from Russian to Armenian so that students can study in Armenian. And so our activities have been responsive to these needs. And then when the energy crisis came about, Armenia started to cut trees for energy. We started the fast-growing tree project that Arek Arabegian chaired that committee, and continues until now. These are fast-growing trees that can grow a couple meters in a year, and they're made for industrial use. They're not fruit trees. And so all of this leads us to what we are doing today. We're also focusing on Armenians in the United States. We have student mentoring programs. We have for middle school and high school. We have networking programs for university students, help them with their job searches and interviews, and we help them get good jobs so that we can support each other, we can make each other proud that way. In general, this has been our activities. And so today, we come to a point where we are recognizing the problem that we have with one of our most beautiful resources, Lake Sevan. And a group came together and we're putting plans so that we can move forward, and hopefully this would be a very exciting, successful project over the next decade or two that not only AESA will be contributing to, but hopefully the Armenian community in general. I will have a couple of slides that I want to talk about Lake Sevan, and then I'll hand over the program to our next speaker, who's Arek. Lake Sevan is one of the world's largest high-altitude lakes, and it has a surface area of 1,250 kilometers squared, which makes it about 4% of Armenia's surface area. And the basin of Lake Sevan, elevation almost 2,000 meters, the basin has a surface area of 4,900 kilometers squared, and that makes it about 16% of Armenia's land. There are 28 rivers that flow into Lake Sevan and only one river that flows out. And some references that I've looked up prior to the problem that started in the 1900s. It is said that 90% of the water evaporates, of the incoming water evaporates. And this is because of the high altitude, evaporation is very easy. And 10% flows out through River Horizon. Like I said, this is one of the references that I have, so don't fight me for it. The numbers are a little bit shocking, but this is when we have an equilibrium of incoming and outgoing waters with 90% versus 10%. The total population of the the total population of the villages and towns around Lake Sevan is probably smaller than Glendale, 120,000 people, and I think there are 90-some villages and towns around this area. The total, I don't know. Lake Sevan used to be 95 meters deep. The plans during the Soviet era, and there was some original justification to it. The plans were to lower the waters by 55 meters. Luckily, that did not happen. Currently, Lake Sevan is only 20 meters lower than the original depth, and that alone is already problematic enough. That has caused some other consequences that we're going to mention today. And so with that, I would like to invite Ari Barabegian to talk about the problems